My pharmaceutical CEO brother knew his drug was killing patients but hid the data, so I made sure his company flatlined first. I was 28 when I discovered Ethan had become a monster. Growing up, he was my hero. 3 years older, brilliant, destined for greatness. While I struggled through nursing school working double shifts at a greasy diner that smelled like burnt coffee and broken dreams, he sailed through Harvard Medical, then Stanford Business School on full scholarships. When he landed the CEO position at Meridian Pharmaceuticals at just 35, I was so proud I cried during his press conference. Finally, someone in our family had made it. Our parents had died in a car crash when I was 19, leaving us with nothing but debt and crushing medical bills. Ethan had taken care of everything: the funeral arrangements, selling our childhood home to pay off their debts, making sure I could finish my nursing degree. He'd worked 3 jobs while attending medical school, sending me money for textbooks and ramen noodles. For years, he was the only family I had, the only person who believed in me when I doubted myself. "We're going to change the world," he used to tell me during our weekly phone calls. "You'll save lives one patient at a time, and I'll save them through breakthrough medicines." For 2 years after becoming CEO, I watched him transform. The old Ethan who used to sneak me extra Halloween candy and stay up all night helping me study for anatomy exams was gone, replaced by someone who measured success in stock prices and quarterly reports. His modest apartment became a penthouse overlooking the bay. His Honda became a Tesla, then a Lamborghini. His conversations became rehearsed corporate speak filled with buzzwords about market penetration and shareholder value. But I told myself that's what success looked like. He'd earned it. He deserved it after everything we'd been through. Then came Veridex. Ethan's miracle arthritis drug hit the market last January with a marketing blitz that made the Super Bowl look understated. The campaign was everywhere. Billboards showing silver-haired grandparents chasing toddlers through meadows, testimonials from patients finally pain-free after decades of suffering. The FDA had fast-tracked approval based on Meridian's impressive clinical trial results. Stock prices soared 340% in the first quarter. Ethan bought a $12 million mansion in Malibu. I was working night shifts at County General when the first case came in. Margaret Chen, 67, had been on Veridex for 6 weeks. Her daughter Rachel brought her to the ER when she couldn't stop vomiting blood. Margaret was conscious but pale, gripping Rachel's hand while explaining she'd felt weak for days. "The doctor said some nausea was normal," Margaret whispered. "But this morning I started bleeding from my nose, then my gums." By morning, Margaret was dead from massive internal bleeding. The attending physician was baffled. Nothing in her medical history suggested bleeding disorders. Then came David Torres, 52, construction worker, healthy except for arthritis. Same symptoms, same drug, same outcome. By the third death, I started keeping a list. The pattern was unmistakable. Every patient had been on Veridex for 4 to 8 weeks. Every death involved catastrophic internal bleeding, and every case was being written off as coincidence by medical examiners, who seemed determined not to see the connection. I called Ethan. "You need to investigate Veridex," I told him. "I'm seeing patients die from internal bleeding. All of them were on your drug." His laugh was cold, nothing like the brother I remembered. "You're a nurse, not a researcher. Correlation isn't causation." "Ethan, I've documented 12 deaths. Drop it," he cut me off. "You don't understand the bigger picture." But I couldn't drop it. Not when Margaret's granddaughter called asking why her grandmother had to die. I started my own investigation. What I found made my blood freeze. Meridian had known about the bleeding risk from day one. The clinical trial data showed 23% of participants experienced severe bleeding episodes, but that data never made it to the FDA submission. My brother had knowingly released a drug that killed 1 in 4 patients. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.